Hi, this is Steve with polygonsky.com. Just going to look at how to add a new user. So if you needed someone else to do some work on your website, or if you needed someone else to write some posts, we'll just go through how to add a new user. So once you're logged into your WordPress dashboard, if you go down to users on the left hand side, and you can either just go to all users or just click add new, you need to fill in the required options on the form here. Username, you can use any name as long as it's unique to your website. Obviously, if you're registering quite a few people and they're all called Steve, you'd have to think of something else, but that's fine. Email address, again, it's required and it must be unique. So if someone's already registered on your site, or you're trying to re-register or add a user that's already got an email address on your site, it will tell you that the email address already exists. First name, surname are optional, so you don't need to put those in. Website, again, is optional. Password, if you click show password, it will generate you this strong password, so that's fine. And then send the new user an email about their account. Obviously, you need to leave that ticked so that they get an email at the email address that you've provided here. And then the last option is role, and this decides what permissions you will be assigning this new user to your site. Obviously, administrator is the most powerful permission you can give, and that gives them the same permissions as you've probably got right now. Be very careful who you give administrator access to. If you are having some changes to your website, or if you're getting a new design or someone making changes to your website, you'd have to give them administrator access. But otherwise, if you just want someone to post and edit comments and posts on your website, you can use the editor access. Otherwise, you can have a look at the author and contributor. The customer and shop manager are added by WooCommerce plugin, so they're to do with the e-commerce side. If they buy products from your site, WooCommerce will register them as a user and they will give them the customer access, so you don't have to do that manually. But this is just in the list here because you've installed the WooCommerce plugin. And subscriber, again, that's just subscribe someone to your website. So again, you wouldn't do this manually unless you had a problem, but if you set up a subscription form on your website, then the user would enter these details and would be given subscriber role and then create an account on your website. The best option, if you were needing to add a user to add some posts to your website, you would probably use author or editor. And then once you've set that, I set myself as editor, click add new user, and then that has created your new user, and it'll also send an email to that user for them to log in. Okay, there we go. So that's just adding a new user to your WordPress website.